I would just really say keeping it open with your supervisor, maybe telling them what you do and don't enjoy about, the task that you're working on, and really just getting their feedback. I'm also someone that if I'm assigned a project, I need to know, why we're doing it, what the outcome should look like. And I don't, I don't know if this is going to sound correct, but I don't know if there's like a right or wrong way to execute a project as long as it's executed at expectation. So, something that I like to do is just kind of finesse the process to what works for me. But yeah, aside and definitely taking note on what you enjoyed and didn't enjoy, especially if it's a project that you're going to have to come across continuously, and really just creating the process that works for you and executes your work really well.
I would echo the communication piece. I'd rather be known as someone that over communicates, that instead of being somebody that doesn't communicate and then makes mistakes or makes errors. If you over communicate, at least you're putting the problem on the table and you're making sure that the task in the project is getting done correctly. If out of fear of like somebody thinking that you're not good or you're not capable and just trying to push it through, there might be errors and mistakes, and that's a bigger problem than simply saying, hey, I want to learn this the right way, so moving forward I can continue to do it the right way. But communication, I think, is just going to be the big piece that you need to leverage whenever you have a project that you're not comfortable completing.
And I would also say that, taking a step back and recognizing why it is that you are having a difficulty completing a task, right? Is it access to drives, right? Like maybe you don't have access to the information. Maybe the company didn't provide adequate training. Maybe you are just not motivated to do the task, and you have to understand what is the motivation behind why you're having difficulty completing the projects, and then taking action based on all those things, right? So it's important to communicate to your manager, why that is, and seeing if they're able to provide you a resource to help you, mitigate that situation. Talking to a mentor, a lot of companies through your internship are going to provide you access to mentors, right? So someone who is not directly involved with the work, right? And so if you are a little bit hesitant to approach your manager about, a difficulty, or, you lacking motivation, talk to your mentor at that company to ask them for advice, right? Because this is someone who has your best interest, at heart, right? So that's really important thing to leverage. And what I would also say on that point is, understanding if it's a motivation issue, right? If you are having, trouble completing a task because maybe the work is just not that interesting. Maybe the company or your manager are asking you to do something really administrative and it seems really small. I think having a perspective on the small tasks lead to the biggest impact goes a really long way, right? Kathleen mentioned earlier, right? Doing something for your manager that maybe they didn't ask for, but they really, really valued and remembered, right? Maybe it's updating the calendar that day or creating some sort of list. Maybe, Adrian mentioned sending an email with notes, right? So even those small little tasks are the memorable things that you're going to do as an intern. So don't think that because you're working on small tasks throughout your internship, and you're lacking motivation around them, that is not a reason not to be motivated in the work, right? Thinking about how that small task actually helps alleviate the responsibilities from others, and that it shows that you're a team player and that you're willing to do anything to help support the team, is going to actually help you stand out. So I kind of flipped that question on its head.
Make sure to check out the My Career tab on the BC Navigator app, where you can track your career progress based on the amount of credits you've earned, stay updated on upcoming events from the Magner Center, and watch our videos for insight and advice on your career field.